This is a declaration of repudiation by Allah and His Apostle addressed to the polytheists with whom you had made a treaty. Travel unmolested in the land for 4 months, but know that you cannot thwart Allah, and that Allah shall disgrace the faithless. This is an announcement from Allah and His Apostle to all the people on the day of the greater Hajj that Allah and His Apostle repudiate the polytheists. If you repent, that is better for you, but if you turn your backs on Allah, know that you cannot thwart Allah and inform the faithless of a painful punishment. Barring the polytheists with whom you have made a treaty, and who did not violate any of its terms with you, nor back anyone against you. So fulfill the treaty with them until the end of its term. Indeed, Allah loves the God-wary. Then, when the sacred months have passed, kill the polytheists wherever you find them, capture them and besiege them, and lie in wait for them at every ambush. But if they repent and maintain the prayer and give the zakat, then let them alone. Indeed, Allah is all-forgiving, all-merciful. If any of the polytheists seeks asylum from you, grant him asylum until he hears the word of Allah, then convey him to his place of safety. That is because they are a people who do not know. How shall the polytheists have any valid treaty with Allah and His Apostle, barring those with whom you made a treaty at the Holy Mosque? So long as they are steadfast with you, be steadfast with them. Indeed, Allah loves the God-wary. How? For if they get the better of you, they will observe toward you neither kinship nor covenant. They please you with their mouths, while their hearts spurn you, and most of them are transgressors. They have sold the signs of Allah for a paltry gain, and have barred the people from His way. Evil indeed is what they have been doing. They observe toward a believer neither kinship nor covenant, and it is they who are the transgressors. Yet if they repent and maintain the prayer and give the zakat, then they are your brethren in faith. We elaborate the signs for a people who have knowledge. But if they break their pledges after their having made a treaty and revile your religion, then fight the leaders of unfaith. Indeed, they have no commitment to pledges. Maybe they will relinquish. Will you not make war on a people who broke their pledges and resolved to expel the apostle and open hostilities against you initially? Do you fear them? But Allah is worthier of being feared by you, should you be faithful. Make war on them so that Allah may punish them by your hands and humiliate them and help you against them and heal the hearts of a faithful folk. And remove rage from their hearts, and Allah turns clemently to whomever He wishes, and Allah is all-knowing, all-wise. Do you suppose that you will be let off while Allah has not yet ascertained those of you who wage jihad, and those who do not take besides Allah and His Apostle and the faithful anyone as their confidant? Allah is well aware of what you do. The polytheists may not maintain Allah's mosques while they are witness to their own unfaith. Their works have failed, and they shall remain in the fire forever. Only those shall maintain Allah's mosques who believe in Allah and the last day, and maintain the prayer and give the zakat, and fear no one except Allah. They hopefully will be among the guided. Do you regard the providing of water to Hajj pilgrims and the maintenance of the Holy Mosque as similar in worth to someone who has faith in Allah and believes in the last day and wages jihad in the way of Allah? They are not equal with Allah, and Allah does not guide the wrongdoing lot. Those who have believed and migrated and waged jihad in the way of Allah with their possessions and persons have a greater rank near Allah, and it is they who are the triumphant. Their Lord gives them the good news of His mercy and His pleasure, and for them there will be gardens with lasting bliss, to remain in them forever. With Allah indeed is a great reward. O you who have faith, do not befriend your fathers and brothers if they prefer faithlessness to faith. Those of you who befriend them, it is they who are the wrongdoers. Say, if your fathers and your sons, your brethren, your spouses, and your kinsfolk the possessions that you have acquired, the business you fear may suffer, and the dwellings you are fond of, are dearer to you than Allah and His Apostle, and to waging jihad in His way, then wait until Allah issues His edict, and Allah does not guide the transgressing lot. Allah has certainly helped you in many situations, and on the day of Hunain, when your great number impressed you, but it did not avail you in any way, and the earth became narrow for you in spite of its expanse, whereupon you turned your backs to flee. Then Allah sent down His composure upon His Apostle and upon the faithful, and He sent down hosts you did not see, and He punished the faithless, and that is the requital of the faithless. Then Allah shall turn clemently after that to whomever He wishes. Indeed, Allah is all forgiving, all merciful. O you who have faith, the polytheists are indeed unclean, so let them not approach the holy mosque after this year. Should you fear poverty, Allah will enrich you out of His grace if He wishes. Indeed, Allah is all-knowing, all-wise. Fight those who do not have faith in Allah nor believe in the last day, nor forbid what Allah and His Apostle have forbidden, nor practice the true religion from among those who were given the book until they pay the tribute out of hand degraded. The Jews say, Israel is the son of Allah, and the Christians say, Christ is the son of Allah. That is an opinion that they mouth, imitating the opinions of the faithless of former times. May Allah assail them! Where do they stray? They have taken their scribes and their monks as lords besides Allah, and also Christ, Mary's son, though they were commanded to worship only the one God. There is no God except Him. He is far too immaculate to have any partners that they ascribe to Him. They desire to put out the light of Allah with their mouths, but Allah is intent on perfecting His light, though the faithless should be averse. It is He who has sent His Apostle with the guidance and the religion of truth, that He may make it prevail over all religions, though the polytheists should be averse. O you who have faith, indeed many of the scribes and monks wrongfully eat up the people's wealth, and bar them from the way of Allah. Those who treasure up gold and silver, and do not spend it in the way of Allah, inform them of a painful punishment. On the day when these shall be heated in hellfire, and therewith branded on their foreheads, their sides and their backs, and told, This is what you treasured up for yourselves, so taste what you have treasured. Indeed, the number of months with Allah is 12 months in Allah's book, the day when He created the heavens and the earth. Of these, 4 are sacred. That is the upright religion, so do not wrong yourselves during them. Fight all the polytheists, just as they fight you all, and know that Allah is with the God-wary. Indeed, nasi is an increase in unfaith, whereby the faithless are led further astray. They allow it in 1 year, and forbid it in another year, so as to fit in with the number which Allah has made inviolable, thus permitting what Allah has forbidden. Their evil deeds appear to them as decorous, and Allah does not guide the faithless lot. O you who have faith, what is the matter with you that when you are told, Go forth in the way of Allah, you sink heavily to the ground? Are you pleased with the life of this world instead of the hereafter? But the wares of the life of this world, compared with the hereafter, are but insignificant. If you do not go forth, He will punish you with a painful punishment, and replace you with another people, and you will not hurt Him in any wise, and Allah has power over all things. If you do not help Him, then Allah has already helped him when the faithless expelled him as one of 2 refugees. When the 2 of them were in the cave, he said to his companion, Do not grieve, Allah is indeed with us. Then Allah sent down His composure upon him, and strengthened him with hosts you did not see. And He made the word of the faithless the lowest, and the word of Allah is the highest. And Allah is Almighty, all-wise. Go forth, whether armed lightly or heavily, and wage jihad with your possessions and persons in the way of Allah. That is better for you, should you know. Were it an accessible gain or a short journey, they would have surely followed you, but the distance seemed too far to them. Yet they will swear by Allah